Today we're talking about proposal terms and conditions. I know, sexy. Hard to even imagine getting through the day without talking about it, but they're really important as far as submitting your quotes out the door to your general contractors or to your owners. So submitting a clear and concise proposal, a very important step in getting a project off on the right foot. If you don't write a clear proposal, you're just welcoming yourself for a dispute on the project. We don't want that. But what are terms and conditions? Terms and conditions are that you see them a lot, and when you buy a car or you on your Verizon statement where all that small little 8-point font is towards the bottom. Terms and conditions further define the actual quote that you're putting forward to your client. They define not only exclusions and inclusions, but they also define the business end. You know, when am I going to get paid? Am I going to get paid within 15 days of the work, or am I going to wait till you get paid? Whatever it may be. So, some sample terms and conditions that you might want to consider. If you're in construction, like most of our clients are, you'll have a varying list of inclusions and exclusions depending on what sort of work you do. But it's important you put all these in your proposal, because likely the bid prices you put up above or the lump sum price you put up above is not going to adequately describe exactly what you're going to do or not do. So there's a listing in the article, but some of the ones that I often put in my heavy civil career were excavation, backfill, dewatering, whether or not I had it, rock excavation, maybe rock excavation with a further definition as far as I consider rock excavation anything beyond a D6, going with scrapers in the back. So all that being said, let's see what else we got here. Rebar for masonry walls. I see a lot of subcontractors who do masonry work. They exclude the rebar. Never really knew why, but they did. You might want to look for that if you're reviewing a proposal, or consider it if you're a mason. Other things down here like toilets. Safety officer I have down here as well. A lot of times contracts require certain types of managers or inspectors to be on your staff. They cost a lot of money, and if you don't exclude them, you're going to be required to pay for them, and they cost a lot of money. As far as the actual conditions of payment at the very bottom, after we list the exclusions and the inclusions, you want to get into actual payment terms. Sometimes these are called conditions, but they're always called payment terms, so don't be afraid to call it that. Payment terms include things like, I'm not subject to paid when paid. I'm not subject to paid if paid. That was a big thing that came up in the Great Recession, back in '08 or whatever. As far as getting a full list of sample terms and conditions, go on to Google. You can pay an attorney, but that's going to cost you a lot of money. There's plenty of information on Google, or I think one of the best ways is just go to one of your subcontractors you get prices from and just read theirs. They've been doing it for years. They've gotten kicked in the head, beamed in the head numerous times. They've written a lot of things which would probably be important for your business as well. My story was I always tried to think of every possible option where I could get in trouble. And there's a lot of great ideas that I presented to you above. I would suggest going out and looking at them. We actually gave you a QR code you can scan. It'll take you to a site out on the web with GCA Hawaii. And I'll be honest, just in closing here, that just because you write the proposal with all these fancy terms and conditions doesn't mean that the general contractor, the owner, is going to accept them. Make sure they put them in your contract. I never did. I say never. Oftentimes I didn't, so just heads up. They're a pain in the butt to put in, plus the contractors that you're working for, the owners, they don't want to go through and vet them. They just want you to sign their contract, which is already rigged by their attorneys. Have a great day. Work safe.